Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jess from BehatiLife. Thank you so much for tuning in. So let's go ahead and dive into the energy of this new moon in Leo that's happening on Sunday on the 23rd around 5 a.m. in the morning. So this new moon is something that I've been so excited about because you guys have heard me. I've been like a broken record saying all last week and all the week before that there's a lot of emotion and sensitivity, and I kept on saying the word reception, reception, reception. It's all about the energies that you're receiving. It's all about the feelings and the vibes that it is that you're getting. You have your antenna up and you're picking up on these vibes. For some of you guys, you're feeling highly sensitive, you're feeling emotional, you're picking up on signals that normally you would have missed. In some ways you might be irritated or agitated as far as your feelings go, so there might be anxiety, there might be sadness, but all of these things are kind of coming up to show you that there's certain areas that still need to be addressed or healed or dealt with within your own life. And the way that the planets work is that if something is trying to irritate or showing itself or making itself known within your life, then it's time for you to address it. All of these things, it's not for coincidence. It's absolutely designed for a reason, and the movement of these planets is no joke, but it's very, very significant and has incredible importance within your life. So that's why it's so important to stay up to date with these astrological forecasts, because it lets you know what's going on in your life and helps to explain so that you're not sitting there thinking, am I doing something wrong, Jess? Or what the hell's going on? Or is it me? Is it me? Like, no, it's not you. It's the energy of the planets working with you so that you're aware of what it is that you need to be aware of and things that need to shift and to change. So I've been saying it again and again, last week, the week before, we are in a super highly emotional charged time. Sensitivities are high, super high, and it's great for some, for a small amount of time or a good amount of time, but over an extended amount of time, it can be too much. The planets know that. They're always moving. Everything's always changing. That's the nature and the laws of the universe. And in this case, you're going to see a lot of change, a lot of shifting with Mars and the Sun and the Moon now moving into the sign of Leo. And the new moon is all about breaking into a new area, a new zone, a new vibe, and kind of opening up that next chapter, which is something I really want to encourage and welcome you and tell you to get excited for, because I know it's been a lot for a lot of you. I've been seeing it in my readings, my one-on-one astrology and tarot readings, and I just want to say, and I keep on saying it, like, look you guys, there's a breath of fresh air that's coming in, and everything that's been happening, everything that's been building up until this point, it's all for a reason. So this new moon, I'm very proactive. You guys know this. I think that you absolutely 100% without a doubt need to set intentions for yourself and to start visualizing the future. So you already know how I do my astrology charts. Not only do I use the math and the science of astrology, but I use my intuition and my sight and my vision, and also the tarot cards in order to give you a really full and totally different reading experience than you can find with most astrologers. And I do that again with these chart readings. So not only am I going to look at the astrology chart and where the planets currently are within our own galaxy, within our own cosmos, but I want to bring my intuition into this. So intuitively, what I've been feeling is that for the first one of the new moon, so the new moon is going to be on the 23rd, which is a Sunday, mad early in the morning, like 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, roughly around. So I think that for the first day of that new moon, the second and the third day after that, I see it being a little quiet, depending on how the planets fall within your chart. But I feel like across the board, it's going to be a very quiet time unless you have something that you need to deal with fast, quickly within your own life, within your own chart, that'll blow it, like, you know, make itself known or become aware for you during this time. But really what I want to see you guys do, and what it is that I'm feeling, is that for at least those first 3 days of the new moon, I really want to encourage you to take time to sit with yourself, to be quiet, to be still. I'm not saying for you to isolate yourself. I'm not saying that it has to be some elaborate session if you don't want it to be, but just make your time, and for yourself, your sacred space, make it special. For me, you guys already know, I like to take an Epsom salt bath. I have my bath salt concoction that I use for myself every new moon and every full moon in my shop right now if you want to use what I use, but of course you can use whatever it is that you want to. But I make a nice new moon bath for myself. It's all about me reconnecting with my energy. It's all about me entering into a state of nurturing myself, being open to receive the blessings of the universe and things that I want for myself, because sometimes we don't even realize it, that we are our biggest barrier to our own blessings, because we think to ourselves, am I deserving of this? Do I really want this? What happens if I have it? What happens if I get it? Then I'm going to have responsibility, commitment. You don't even realize how much people fear success and fear the things that they really, really, truly want the most. So that's why I start off with an Epsom salt bath, because not only does it neutralize and reprogram my energy and get me open to, and also cleansing everything that we have been going through from the energy of the last full moon, moving into the energy of this new moon. But it helps me to be open to receiving, and it helps me to entertain the idea of abundance flowing into my life. Then I light some candles when my body's clean, when I'm feeling clean, when I feel energetically cleansed. I go into my sacred space, I pull some cards, I light some candles, I burn some incense, and I start writing some intentions. And that's my own sacred space, but do what works best for you. But across the board, make the day of the new moon and 2 to 3 days following that, at least within that time frame, make some time out for yourself, some sacred time to set out for your heart's desires. Why is this? Well, because I've been feeling like this new moon is all about, I mean, we're just coming out of a really super sensitive, and our antenna, and I've said this in the last few videos, it's like everyone has this antenna that keeps on pushing itself up out of the ground and is sending out signals. Now, for some of you guys, you're receiving those signals and you're just in tune with it, you're comfortable with it. For some of you, it's a little uncomfortable, or there's a lot of emotions that are connected to it, or there's some growth that you need to go through, or some things that still need to be dealt with and handled. But either way, across the board, it can be an emotional time, it can be exhausting. So that is what it is that we're walking out of, and this energy is ready to build, it's ready to express itself, it's ready to make itself known, and I want you to be prepared for it. I want you to have the energy, I want you to be able to keep up with the energy and the vibes that it is that are going on within your life, because if you're exhausted, if you're tired, then what can you do with the blessings that are coming into you? What can you do with the opportunities that are coming in if you've exhausted yourself and you have nothing more left to give? So with this new moon, I see a lot of us taking some meditation times, going into that sacred space, reconnecting, and this new moon falls within the sign of Leo. Now, Leo has the worst reputation sometimes with being kind of braggy and boastful and being like all eyes on me, but that's only just a bad reputation. That's kind of like gossip. It's kind of word of mouthy. Truthfully, if you think about what Leo is all about, it's about knowing your worth. It's about not settling for less. It's about putting yourself out there, being bold, being assertive. It's about moving from your heart and doing whatever it takes in order to bring the things, the desires of your heart into fruition, and not settling for anything less than that. And that's truly what I see here for this new moon. Is I see so many of you guys needing to honor, and I don't want to say, okay, honor is a good word to describe it. Validate is another word that I want to use, but it's almost like, it's not allowing yourself, but it's putting yourself first. It's putting your happiness first. It's putting the things that you love first. If that's people, if that's a thing, it's like, that's fine. But I think for a lot of us, we're putting so much attention on the external that we're not putting our attention on the internal. And we want to make others happy, or we are focusing so much on what's going on around us because there's so much that we need to deal with. But with this new moon, I see this all about doing things that are for you, doing those big projects, refocusing, recentering. So why am I saying that? Because Mars is sitting right and outside of me intuitively feeling this and me intuitively channeling it. Mars is sitting right on this new moon, and Mars is all about drive, focus, determination. It's about sports, it's about war, it's about going after what it is that you want, how you go and achieve something. And Mars sitting on top of this new moon says, look, you have a lot of energy sitting here. You have a lot of energy that's building up, that's been brewing, that's been bubbling. And if you're not focused, you can go skyrocket, like you can go like rushing down a path or all the paths, and you can end up wasting that energy, wasting that precious time, wasting your precious resources because you weren't focused, because you didn't know the path that it is that you wanted to walk down. You saw an opportunity come in, and because you didn't know what it is, or you didn't take the time out to visualize or to remember what it is that you wanted, you just said yes to it instead of maybe no. So, and how do you know whether to say yes or no to something? Does it fit in with the intention that you set for your life? Does it make sense? Does it feel good? And if that's the case, then say yes. If I say yes to this, then essentially I'm saying no to this. So if you, again, take this time for the new moon, a day after, so 3 days after that, in order to set the intention and to visualize again and to really connect with your core of what it is that you want, what it is that you are worthy of, what it is that you value, then moving forward from here is not going to be a struggle. It's going to be easy, it's going to be effortless, and you're going to reap the reward. But if you don't take the time, you're going to struggle. So much of what I see here too is I want to tell you what bubbles up during this new moon for you. And I don't see it bubbling up like full moon vibes. I see it kind of lying dormant. I see it lying under the surface. It's something that you yourself are going to have to do the work to kind of dig through, or at least to sit and reflect on. So I'm not saying that this be a painful journey. For some of you it might be, but for most of you I feel like this is going to be a really super exciting time. Leo is all about having fun. It's all about being creative, expressive, and putting yourself out there. So I see this entire process, this sacred space, being not something that's going to be emotionally draining or healing. We've already been there. We've already done that. Now it's about, okay, what fun do we want? What do I want to create? What do I want to build? What do I want to establish? What do I want to achieve? All of these things are coming in, and those things are things to be excited about. They're things to share, to be stoked about, to put yourself out there and to be like, oh my gosh, you know what, this is me even asking for this means that this can come into my life, and I'm so excited. I'm so grateful. Bring it in, bring it in. So that's the kind of vibes that it is that I'm getting. I think that when you sit in this reflective time, Chiron, the wounded healer, is trining this aspect, or trining this new moon. Basically what that means is Chiron is the point within the universe, within our galaxy, within our solar system. It's the asteroid that shows us where the wound is within our lives. Now, all of us have it across the board, but when you find where Chiron is, you can find areas of healing. Now, for a lot, I know you guys see me rubbing my nose all the time. Sorry about that. You guys see me rubbing my nose all the time. That's because my angels talk to me and they tickle my nose. It's like the weirdest thing, I know, but that's just how it's always been. But with this, like, when you hear wounded healer, you're probably like, Jess, no more pain, no more wounds. Have I not gone through enough? Have I not dealt with enough? Like, I don't want to have to feel and to go digging for the pain or digging for the suffering. We've been through that, you guys. I'm not saying go and seek it. What I am saying is take what you've learned from yourself, and even if you're completely healed from it, even if there's some areas that still need to be to tread on a little more gently with, what I'm saying is create. And creation and being creative and putting your energy and your spirit and your vibe and your love into a new project that builds itself, that gets you excited, is something that in itself is going to be so healing. So taking this time out, those 3 days, you guys, honestly, it's 3 days. I see it being so important and so powerful. And really, I want you to channel this energy. I mean, Mars is sitting right on top of this new moon, and Mars wants to go. When it's within the sign of Leo, this is all about like passion. It's all about following your feelings. It's very bold. It's very aggressive. It's very assertive. It's about being ambitious. It's about those passions that keep going for a long time to come. And I just want to see you channel this energy in something that's constructive, that's going to keep on building momentum. So it's like that steam engine that keeps on going. That's like, you know, it starts off slow, and then it starts building momentum, and then it just, without even putting any more coal into the fire, it just kind of goes on its own power, by its own force, just kind of pushing it forward. And that's what I want to see you guys do. If you visualize, and if you set the intention, if you lock into what it is that you want, and what it is that you are worthy of, and that your value, that you things that you value and things that you want to see come into your life, because the new moon is all about planting seeds and starting new beginnings. And I keep on saying this same thing again and again. It's a new chapter. It's a new chapter opening in with your life. And if you channel it, and if you channel that energy, that the force of the intentions that you place on this day, these 3 days, is going to power and move you forward effortlessly. And that's what I want for each of you guys, is to grow effortlessly. If I can do it, you can do it, okay? So that's something that I see. I think that there is going to be Uranus, the planet of surprise and unexpected developments, is sitting here too, squaring the moon. I think in some cases there may be some emotional surprises that can pop off, or some things that can not reveal themselves, but kind of make themselves known in the way that they do. Mars is sitting here squaring with Uranus too. That can be a little problematic. In that case, I really want you guys to be careful and safe. This can sometimes kind of set off like accidents, because it's too impulsive, it's really aggressive. Mars in Aries is all about like pow! And you know, Mars sitting in the sign of Leo is fire energy. Then you have this new moon, the emotions, the sun. It can kind of set things off. But so with that case, I just say, you know, be careful, be mindful, be aware, but also there's no such thing as a negative transit. Channel this energy into something that, again, helps to work to propel you. Use the energy of the planets for your benefit. Use the energy of the planets to work for you, not against you. What else do we see here? Okay, so I see Mercury. This is something else that I wanted to talk about. Mercury, the planet of communication and thoughts and small things and words being said and words being expressed and shared. I see that sitting right on top of the natal node. This is karma. This is things that we're designed to do, that we are meant to do, and things that we strive to do. So I think, again, it's all about the power of the mind. It's how you express yourself, to be your best self, to communicate your best self. You know, words are medicine. Words are magic. The things that you say, are they helping to build things for positive, or are they working to destroy things? Be mindful of the things that you say, how you think about stuff, because all of that helps to shape everything. I mean, outside of the laws of attraction, if you're setting intentions, if you're using magic, and you guys know if you do magic or set intentions or spells or anything like that, then it's all about the mind, and it's all about words. And we use our minds, our thought, our thinking, and words every day of our lives. What's different then while you're setting these intentions and when you're living your life? Let your life, let your words, let your thoughts be a direct reflection of the things that you set intentions for and that you're opening up to receive in your life. Don't be your own block. Like, there's way too much of that. It's time for you to unshackle yourself from holding yourself back simply because you're not comfortable, or because what you've asked for requires the next greatest version of yourself. Stop stopping and blocking your own success, your own blessings, your own abundance. We're not doing that anymore. It's 2017. We're doing better. We're going to be better. We're going to be attraction magnets. We're opening up to the blessings. We are going to be our biggest blessings. We're not going to limit ourselves anymore. Have the conversations that you need to have. Say the things you need to say. Think what you have to do in order to be your best self, in order to bring these things into your life. The other thing too that I'm feeling so much is the energy of self-worth. And I know that for a lot of you guys, we may struggle with it in your own day-to-day life, but across the board, when you set these intentions, again, remember, this new moon is happening within the sign of Leo, and Leo is known for being braggy, kind of showboaty, or saying like, I deserve this, I can do this, blah, 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 blah. But all of that is just gossip. It's word of mouth. That's not what the planet is about when it's in its strong point. really what Leo is about is saying, I know my worth. I know who I am. I know what I can do. I know that I'm great. There's nothing wrong with you acknowledging and knowing your value and knowing that you are a great individual and that you have a gift that will help to serve other people in a great way. There's nothing wrong with you using your gifts to help other people or to be the best version of yourself, and or to receive abundance, or to put yourself out there and to receive admiration and to receive the kudos that you deserve because of the dopeness that you are. So I do see this energy of, okay, like still kind of struggling with self-worth. And that can be problematic because when it comes to relationships, it can show itself, and you can put up with things that you normally would not if you were in a place of, you know, abundance, love for yourself and for other people. Now, loving another person does not mean that if you love them that you put up with their bullshit. Loving another person doesn't mean that you say yes to them all the time. Sometimes saying yes to someone or saying no to someone that you love is saying yes to yourself, and that doesn't mean that you love them any less. It just means that right now I'm not going to do that because the answer is no. Like, you saying no or you being assertive for yourself does not mean that you don't love a person. It just means that the answer is no, and there's nothing wrong with that. So there is this energy of dealing with self-worth and self-value, and that's something I don't want you guys to do, is to limit yourself. That's why I'm getting this video out to you as soon as I can for this new moon, because I really want you to start thinking now about the things that you want to bring into your life. And I don't want you to limit yourself by saying, well, this is good, so this is okay. Go for great. Don't limit yourself and be like, oh, well, you know what, this works. No, dude, ask for bigger, ask for great, ask for the life that is that you want. What is your happily ever after? Ask for that. All right, so that's what it is that I see, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel. Let me know if there's other videos that you want to see or other topics that you want me to discuss. There's going to be way more energy coming onto the YouTube channel. I'm sure you already recognized it and are starting to see it and witness it on our Instagram. And also, if you don't already know, there's a huge giveaway going on the Instagram with an alliance and a partnership between me and my girl Kat from Stone Cooper. So go ahead and check her out. The cuffs and the bracelets that she is offering for the giveaway are so amazing. They are beautiful. When I touched them, I was like, yo, girl. Like, and you know me, I can tell vibes instantly. This girl has amazing vibes, so you definitely need to go and check her out. And then I'll also be giving away the Lunar Goddess bottle. I'll be giving away a Bad Vibes body butter, and then also I'll be creating a custom natal oil for 3 winners, because there's gonna be 3 total. But you can get all the details of that on my Instagram. Please share this video, leave your comments, leave your thumbs up, and make sure you're subscribed, because there's plenty more where this came from. Okay? I love you guys so much. You have no idea. I'm so grateful to be here, and I send you all of my love and light. And we'll talk soon. All right? Bye.